What is up, baseball fans? Chris Jardine here, aka Snaggle J, Director of Live Content Services for Allen Park Baseball, back in more ways than one after having not been here last week. Rich made a comment that it was the first episode that I have ever missed. I don't think that's true. I think there was another episode at some point that I missed, maybe. But either way, it doesn't matter. I'm very happy to be back. To everybody who reached out and sent me some nice worded messages over the last 7 to 10 days. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. It does not go unnoticed. I'm glad to be back. There is nowhere in the universe I would rather be on a Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time than right here, twitch.tv/OOTP developments with 632 of my close personal friends. My microphone quality sounds really nice this week. Well, that's because I have a new mic. So I'm glad the new mic is extremely noticeable. We've upgraded the mic game. Man, oh man, oh man. I know. Listen, there's nothing I wanted more than to show you guys the Chris Medlin card. I'm glad it's in there. I was very disappointed, but you know what? Sometimes life gets in the way. It's one of those things. Man, we've got a lot of fun stuff happening tonight. We're kicking off our postseason program. New cards, new missions, new structure, new stuff that we haven't really tried before, so that's going to be fun. We're going to explain all that later on as well. Something I want to bring along, because I know not everybody's in the Discord. Moving forward, I know we get a lot of questions, and it has kind of become a meme in the stream now. Our cards and packs, our cards and packs. From now on, 10 p.m. Eastern time will be the release time for all cards. All content will now be 10 p.m. Eastern time. There will no longer be cards in packs when the stream starts. Cards will only go into packs at 10 p.m. Eastern time from now on. That way, we're lined up. Every week is going to be the same. There's not going to be some weeks 9, some weeks 10. It's going to be 10 p.m. all the way around. Like I said, it's going to line things up. It's going to avoid spoilers. It's going to be just, a nice... why have it be inconsistent from one week to the next? And again, that starts tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight. The 12 cards I'm going to show off will be in packs, and the missions will be going in there as well. There are some non-postseason related missions as well. There is the August-September Historical Players of the Month mission is in there. The August-September Live Players of the Month has the missions. There is a Bob Gibson themed mission. There is a Joe Morgan themed mission. There is a Whitey Ford themed mission. 3 great baseball legends that we've lost over the last few weeks. And like we did with Tom Seaver and Lou Brock, we do have a Whitey Ford, a Joe Morgan, and Bob Gibson themed missions that are going to be going in that all payout packs. And those are, like I said, those missions are going to be added in about an hour's time. At 10 p.m. Eastern time, you'll be able to do those along with the postseason stuff as well. All right, let's kick it off with the first batch of big news. Ladies and gentlemen, voting is officially open for the perfect team of the year 2020. For those of you who played Perfect Team last year, you guys know we did a team of the year set that was completely community voted. Listen, I will spam the link as many times as I feel necessary. Anyway, you guys can go now, go to the form, vote for, you vote for a catcher, a first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, left fielder, center fielder, right fielder, DH, 2 starters, a reliever, and a closer. Also, if you put your perfect team username at the top, we are going to do a random draw from everybody who enters that to win 50,000 perfect points. Once it is over, you can vote anytime between now and 2 p.m. Eastern next Friday. And then we are going to be revealing the winners as part of our Team of the Year show, which is 3 weeks from tonight on November 5th? November 4th. November 5th. It is November 5th. So November 5th will be dedicated to the 2020 Perfect Team of the Year. The link should work. Does the link work? It should work. It does work. The only thing with the link, guys, is if you're typing it in, everything after the bit.ly has to be capitalized. So the PTTOTY has to be capitals. Will not work if you try to type it in lowercase. And we're going to get a command. We're going to share this out everywhere as well. So it'll be on Twitter. It'll be in the Discord. It'll be on the forums either later tonight or tomorrow. Again, we've got quite a bit of time for you guys to get in there and get that done. And like I said, make sure you leave your perfect team username. It's not required. If you don't want to leave your perfect team username, that's fine. But you will not be eligible to win 50,000 points as well at the end. So anyway, guys, have a lot of fun with that. It was a lot of fun last year. We've expanded the ballot a bit this year. Last year we only did 3 per position, and I think we did 3 per position, and I think we did like all the outfielders grouped together. We didn't do middle relievers, so we've expanded a little bit. We've expanded the ballot a little bit this year to include more players, give you guys more options. Again, there's some really intriguing reliever options on there. Devin Williams. But again, so guys, have a lot of fun with that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I love doing, you guys know I say it all the time. I love doing the community theme stuff. It's a lot of fun. We already have 97 responses, which is crazy. Already, oh, now it's 104. Just in the time that I said 97. It's up to 107. You guys are insane. You guys are right on the ball here. So again, you don't have to be that on the ball. It'll be in there till next week. It'll be in there next week. How did we decide them? We went mostly wins above replacement with a few deviations. We kind of put a preliminary list together. A couple of us went over it to make sure that there weren't any humongously notable omissions. I mean, guys, yeah, like, I get it, but here's the thing. 2 things. One, hold on. I mean, Mike Trout he had a Mike Trout year. But here's the thing. Even if Mike Trout was on the ballot, would you vote for him? Do you really want another Mike Trout card? Like, that's kind of the thinking. I mean, obviously you can make a case that Trout should be on there, but we decided to go in a different direction. So anyway, no big deal. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have fun with it. Obviously, I can't wait to see people's methodology for who they voted for. I can't wait to reveal. Again, 3 weeks from tonight, we're going to do the big reveal. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, guys, I shared in the Discord, and I will share it here as well, what the schedule is going to be coming up. So the next 3 weeks, tonight and the next 2 weeks, are all postseason related content. I've already mentioned that November 5th will be the Team of the Year 2020. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a little different spin on it. We have a little different spin on Team of the Year this year as well. November 12th is going to be dedicated to the Best Mustache Collection. Obviously, November is a big month in the fundraising community. Movember is a huge charity benefiting men's health. We did a mustache collection last year. We're going to do a mustache collection this year. Going to be a lot of fun. November 19th, we have a set dedicated to Hardware Heroes. And on November 26th, American Thanksgiving, We have TWIPT 100. It is going to be insane. TWIPT 100. And that's going to take us through to December. Again, the content treat. We got content all the way up to January 28th. All the way up to January 28th. We have so much content. It's never going to end. And then when it does end, Perfect Team 22 will be here, and we're just going to do a whole bunch of content for that. You guys will never, ever get rid of me. All right. Now that we got the semantics and the team of the year and the schedule and stuff out of the way, going to be a lot of fun. What's wrong with the 29th of what? October? Postseason. Next 3 weeks, 15th, 22nd, 29th, all postseason content. Right? Postseason content for the next 3 weeks, then Team of the Year, then Mustache, then Harbor Heroes, then TWIPT 100, then I think Simply Golden. We won't talk about December too much right now. But it's going to be a lot of fun no matter what. All right. Now it's time for... Guys, so somebody had mentioned... It was mentioned in Discord yesterday about, do we have any plans to change the schedule for American Thanksgiving? To be honest, it never crossed my mind. I'll be completely honest with you. It never crossed my mind at all. To change what night it's on. I mean, we could very easily do This Week in Perfect Team 100 on a Wednesday. If everybody would prefer, if a majority of people would prefer, we did This Week in Perfect Team on the Wednesday of Thanksgiving. I will not do it on Friday. Friday is a no-go for me. It's Wednesday or Thursday are the options. Maybe we'll put up a poll. And let the community decide. It matters not to me, Wednesday or Thursday. I will not do it on Friday. But I am open to moving it to Wednesday. So maybe we'll put up a poll and let the community decide. Because like I said, to me, it's just a regular Wednesday and a regular Thursday. So it makes no difference. I could be here Wednesday and go after the franchise hockey guys, and we'll figure that all out. Right? So maybe we'll put up a poll next week. Also, the other thing, speaking of next week, I did want to mention is we will be releasing the registration for the Perfect Team Championship Series winter events at some point next week. I don't know for sure what day and what time, but I do know it will be next week. No, it's not that I forget Thanksgiving is a thing. Guys, I'm Canadian. American Thanksgiving, the only thing American Thanksgiving means to me is football. It's a regular Thursday. I have to work the Friday too. It's literally irrelevant to me. I understand it's Thanksgiving for you guys, but for me it's Thursday. Which is why I wouldn't mind moving it to Wednesday, right? Like, again, for me, it makes no difference. I can do it Wednesday. I can do it Thursday. It doesn't change. It's you guys that the winter championship is bronze, gold, and open. Yeah, our Thanksgiving was Monday this past week. Like 3 days ago. That's not a simple solution. All right, let's talk about the post-season content, because I know that's why a lot of you guys are here. By the way, one last thing. One last thing I want to mention. Tonight, due to your dedication, if we did a stream on Wednesday, whatever we're doing for content would go live on the Wednesday, yes. which maybe makes more sense to do it on Wednesday because I would need some other people's help. One thing I do want to mention real quick before we get into the content is tonight here on Twitch, we are going to hit 150,000 lifetime views. And again, we couldn't do that without all of you guys. All 5,368 followers of the channel. If you're not one of them, make sure you hit the button down below. 725 people here in the chat. And again, we're going to hit 150,000 views tonight. Thanks all to you guys. Now, let's talk about postseason content. So, here's how it's going to work. And now this blueprint can be applied to next week and the 29th as well. It's going to be the same thing. The only difference at the very end, we'll have the toppers for the missions. Each set is 12 cards. The cards are balanced, relatively speaking. The cards are balanced between each set, meaning there is a similar number of golds and diamonds and silvers in each set. Each set will also have 3 special edition cards that you will only be able to unlock via missions that only include these new cards. Now, a lot of people have been asking, how many is it going to be? So, for example, when we reveal the first special edition card tonight, you will need 4 cards from the set to unlock the first special edition card. And then I believe it is 7 for the second and 9 for the third. We'll find that out in 43 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's 479, not 100%. But again, these missions are made up entirely of the cards we are about to reveal. Okay? So each set, so there are 3 separate missions. Dob asking a great question. They're not one mission. You do not have to do them all at once. So if you do the 4 today and the 7 next week and the 9 2 months from now, it's perfectly okay. They are 3 separate missions. It's not got to get the 9 to get the 4. If you only do the 4 and the 7, that's perfectly fine. You'll get the reward for 4 and the reward for 7. And then if you get the reward for doing the 9 later on, that's perfectly fine. And then once you complete all 9, you will be able to get the toppers. There is 2 toppers at the very end. All right, so let's jump in. Again, these are all post-seasonal. Yes, so the 3 special editions tonight are only using the cards from tonight. Each set is a set within itself. So next week's cards will go to next week's SEs. The 29th cards will go to the 29th SEs. Tonight's go to the 3 SEs we're going to reveal at the very end. All right. And again, these are all postseason themed, but keep in mind the ratings are based on regular season. Same as last year. I know a lot of you guys are new. You guys weren't here when we did the postseason last year. But again, the cards are based on the regular season ratings. Okay? So let's jump in and start it off with a postseasonal hero, right? Let me make sure that I got these right in the right order first. I do. Boom. Let's start it off with postseason hero 1997 Edgar Renteria, the man who hit a walk-off single in the 11th inning in Game 7 to give the Florida Marlins their first ever World Series championship. Gotta love the big speed. If you're looking for iron speed, oh, baby. Oh, baby. And Roger, everyone's like, where's my guys? Where's my guy? Come on, guys. We're 1 card in. We've got 36 of these, plus 11 toppers. So we've got 47 postseason cards over the next 3 weeks. We're going to get a lot of different love in there for sure. So there you have it, 56 overall, Edgar Renteria. Now next up, let's go to another guy. Again, the only pitcher in the history of baseball to throw a perfect game. Oh, has anyone asked about my hat? It is a Winnipeg Gold Eyes hat. Sent to me personally by franchise hockey manager, community manager, Adam, who lives in Winnipeg. Again, the only guy in the history of the postseason to throw a perfect game. Imagine, in all the years of baseball history, it's only ever been done once. Get a St. Paul Saints hat. I mean, hey, if you guys got the bead on it, did Adam lose a bet? No, I paid for the hat. He just had the hookup, went to the shop, picked it out for me. I paid for it, I think. Pretty sure I did. Halliday's no was not perfect. No. Halliday had the perfect game in the regular season, had the no-hitter in the playoffs. Next up, we have David Freese. 2011 David Freese. Everybody remembers Game 6 of the 2011 World Series. Coming to the plate in the bottom of the ninth, Freese tied the game with a 2-run triple. And then, okay, so LFC missed what I said earlier. The ratings are based off the regular season, not the playoffs. Maybe when somebody could continue to repeat that in the chat, because I feel like that's going to be a theme. But let's remember that. Anyway, Freese hit the big walk-off home run. All good. It happens. I'm hoping one of the things I'm really pushing the team for next year is more situational ratings, so that we could do ratings based on a postseason. It's a limit to our database right now, but I'd really like, for example, to have like a Diamond David Freese based specifically on postseasonal performance. It's a limitation that we have right now. Hopefully it is something that is not a limitation in the future, is what I'm hoping for. So there you have it, 73 silver David Freese. With some high contact. Look at I'm a big fan of the 79 speed or 79 contact versus lefties, and the 78 power versus lefties. Saw a little 73, maybe a cap guy, or a silver, obviously. Duh, that's the word I was looking for. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Speaking of keeping on, the man who hit 3 home runs in Game 6 of the 1977 World Series. And, I mean, how do you have postseason content without Mr. October? I don't think that would make a whole lot of sense. So there you have it. 1977. Reggie Jackson got that 93, 92 power overall, 93 power versus righties, 58 speed. A little bit of that he'd be able to get in there too. Man, oh man. Reggie. Guys, we're just getting warmed up, guys. We're getting in the zone. We're 4 cards deep. We're into gold territory already. Let's keep it rolling. Where are my Twins fans? We got any Twins fans in the chat? Are there any Twins fans? No? No Twins fans? Really? Guess not. Well, then I guess they're not here to appreciate 1987 snapshot Frank Viola, who was the World Series MVP for the Twins in 1987. 82 stuff, 51 movement, 74 control. Fastball, curveball, and that 94 changeup. Why not a 70? Wait till next year. You know what? I appreciate your consistency to the cause. Every time, you must know, every time I release a 80 or a 90, the first thing I do is look at the chat to make sure you're here. That's the impact you've had on my life. I want you to know that. I got the 90 stamina with the Frank Viola as well. Let's keep on keeping on. Where is Dave here? Is Free Dave Brown here? Paging Free Dave Brown. Is Free Dave Brown in the chat? Can we get a check for Free Dave Brown in the chat? Is Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown, please report to the front of the chat. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown to the front of the chat. What? Well, then, he's going to be disappointed when he finds out that I'm dropping Phillies and he's not here. Sad. Next up, we have 1993 rookie sensation Curt Schilling. Now, here's the thing. Think about Schilling in the context of 1993. Dude's a rookie playing with a bunch of hooligans on the Phillies who just got beat 15-14 in Game 4. They're down 3-1. Schilling goes out and throws a complete game shutout. The game after they gave up 15 runs in the World Series. I mean, we know Schilling's history with postseason performances, right? The dude was great with Arizona. The dude was a legend with Boston. But a lot of people forget that his coming out party in the postseason was a 1-0 shutout victory over the Blue Jays in the 1993 World Series in Game 5, the game after they gave up 15 runs. Their bullpen was exhausted, and he went out there and absolutely shredded the Blue Jays. But we all know how it ended. But still, we know that he was unbelievable in Game 5. Listen, why is everybody trying to rush me? Why are people trying to get me to keep it moving? I'm having a good time. You can't rush greatness. I know, nobody likes Schilling. I get it. Nobody likes Schilling. Listen, I'm not the biggest Curt Schilling fan, but here's the thing. You could not be a Curt Schilling fan, but you cannot deny the dude was an absolute different guy in the postseason. You can't. They want the perfects and nothing else. They're going to be waiting a while. Next up, speaking of guys that were absolutely monstrous in the postseason, Mark Buehrle. Mark Buehrle. I want you guys to think just for a second. Mark Buehrle's career, he threw 30 2/3 career postseason innings. Do you know how many walks Mark Buehrle allowed in those 30 2/3 innings? How many walks do you guys think he had in those 30 2/3 innings? One walk in 30 and 2/3 career postseason innings. One walk. Obviously, gold card here. 97 control. Who was the ump that called that walk? That's a great question. You could probably go to StatHead and figure it out. You could probably go look up his career. By the way, speaking of umps, do you guys see this Twitter account that sends out the umpire ratings after every game? I can't remember what it's called. Maybe one of you guys could post it in the chat. But they post like a chart of all the missed calls and stuff every game. It's great. I love it. It was probably Joe West or Angel Hernandez. Was Angel Hernandez even an umpire in the early 2000s? Umpire auditor, I think it's called. I think Dobbs got it right. It is really cool. Great follow. Especially as an umpire myself, it's a great follow. I don't necessarily agree with all of their plottings, but whatever. All right, we've got another pitcher before we turn it over to the Diamonds. We talked about him earlier. This one's going to get maybe emotional for me, but the next one is, and again, one of those things, Dave's not here, 2010 Roy Halladay. Now, I have a story about this game. I know you guys want me to rush it, but I'm going to tell this story. I really don't care. In 2010, the day of this game, I used to live about 2.5 hours south of here in the capital of New Brunswick, Fredericton. I used to work for Lids. I don't know if you guys know the hat company Lids, but I used to work there. And I used to travel between stores quite frequently. And the day of this game, I was actually in Halifax, which was about a 4.5 hour drive away. And I was coming home, and this game was on. Now, at that point, I had an MLB radio, something that I listened to in the car because I did a lot of traveling. And I liked to listen to the ball games and stuff while I was traveling. And I don't think I was ever more emotionally invested in listening to a baseball game than I was listening to this game. And I remember as the middle of the eighth inning, or so, I was just pulling into Fredericton, and I had about another 10 minutes to drive home. But I was like 30 seconds from the Fredericton store. So I went in to the store instead and hooked up my phone to the TV so that we could watch the rest of the game in the mall. How much snow was there at that point? None. Because if there was snow, I wouldn't have been traveling. And we hooked it up to the TV that faces out into the rest of the mall, and we watched the ninth inning. And I remember my first thought when Brandon Phillips hit that nubber and dropped the bat, I said, that's a base hit. I said, like, Carlos Ruiz made a hell of a play to save that game. So 2010, again, 73 stuff, 69 movement, 87 control. Man, oh man, what an amazing moment. I guess just for me personally, being a Jays fan, being a Halladay fan, it was a surreal moment. Now, speaking of surreal moments, I know this is going to burn some people in the chat. It's Kirk Gibson. Now, Kirk Gibson is a 2-time World Series champion. Have I ever been to St. John or St. John? I've been to St. John, New Brunswick, not St. John, Newfoundland. St. John's, Newfoundland. Gibson is a 2-time World Series champion. He won the 1984 World Series with the Tigers, where he was the ALCS MVP. But everybody remembers Game 1, 1988. The guy was basically rode off. The only at-bat of the series that he had, he hits a walk-off 2-run home run off of Dennis Eckersley. The Dodgers win Game 1. The Dodgers go on to win the 1988 World Series. That moment is that, again, that's a classic top 10 all-time baseball moment for sure, by far, for Kirk Gibson and the Dodgers and Eckers. Again, we watched that. I posted that clip in the Discord the other day, and I got some angry reactions. Again, 32 years later, some people not over it. Not over it all these years later. I can't say I blame them. Next up, let's go to... What the heck? David Cone. David Cone has an entire handful of rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time. 5 time. 5 time. 5 time. 5 time. 5 time. World Series champion 4 times with the New York Yankees. 1 time with your 1992 or 92 Blue Jays. 5 times. You only had to say it 5 times. Come on. Is there any wrestling fans in the chat? No Booker T fans in the chat? Come on. There's got to be some wrestling fans in the chat. Yeah, the Jeff Kent trade. The Spinneroonie. There we got Cone with the 119 stuff, 79 move, 75 control. Great fastball, great slider, great changeup. Probably going to get a little bit of a bumpity bump in the bullpen as well. Wrestling is fake. It's not fake. It's choreographed and scripted. In the booth? I'd love to be in the booth. On anything. Bam, bam. Now we're getting off the rails here, chat. We got 2 more cards to go before we reveal the toppers. Let's stick with the Yankees for a minute. Again, you can't do a postseason set without recognizing a couple of different Yankees. So let's go now to historical legend Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams is a 4-time World Series champion. He has 22 career postseason home runs, which puts him second all time. Only one player in the history of baseball has more postseason home runs than Bernie Williams. Now, again, Bernie Williams played the majority of his postseason career in the wild card era, but it is what it is. His 22 home runs puts him second all-time. Switch hitter, 87 contact, 65 gap power, 86 power, 69, 62 avoid Ks. Big bump against the lefties to a 97, 60, 102, 75, and 70. Pretty solid defense there as well. Got a little bit of speed with 55. Great guitar player. Rich will be excited. Rich loves anytime anytime I put a guitar playing guy. I don't know anything about the Seinfeld set. People keep asking me about the Seinfeld set. I don't know anything about it. I don't know any. Does anyone know how much this guy is? You can't get him yet. You can't get him for another 20 minutes. So he does not exist. You could be the first person to have a peak Bernie Williams. And last but not least, our top card in the first set is peak Duke Snider. Duke Snider had 11. My favorite restaurant in Saskatchewan. I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I've ever eaten at a restaurant in Saskatchewan, to be honest. I've been through Saskatchewan several times. 2-time World Series champion, 11 home runs in 36 career World Series games, 100 contact, 88 gap power, 111 power, 75, 58 avoid Ks, 43 speed, 88 defense in center field, 89 range, the 90 error, and the 70 outfield arm. Now, you got to remember, chat, It's not just about the cards. These cards are all going to be in packs, 20 minutes time. You're going to be able to find them. But we've got some special edition cards you'll be able to unlock by finding some of those. First up, 5 years ago, yesterday, the greatest bat flip in the history of mankind. Jose Bautista hit a ball 6.5 miles and threw his bat 6.25 miles. For sure. Oh, man. Also, I want to shout out in the Discord, Jazzy Jesus, who clearly identified the Jose Bautista video in the back of my Instagram post on the OOTP Perfect Team Instagram account earlier today as a little bit of a side hint. Again, if you guys are on the IG, Instagram.com/OOTP Perfect Team, hit us follow. Sometimes I drop little nuggets over there. Again, 87, 70, 114, 97, 63. Look at that arm, 97. Oh, yeah, fighting rating, not going to be good. Fighting rating, not going to be good. Do you have to be on Discord? The Twitch drops are only here. Let me check, see. They were working earlier. Let me double check. I can check you guys, so you guys where it's at, so you guys know. Right now, the rewards are going out currently. They are behind as always, but the Twitch drops are working, so you will get them eventually. That is it for sure. They're working, chat. I promise. So there you go. Next up, we have, they've been this far behind constantly. They are constantly a half hour behind, 30 to 35 minutes behind, almost ever since, I've said this a few times, ever since they did that trial of the mid-roll ads, like 4 Mondays ago, they've been constantly 35 minutes behind every time since then. Yeah. And unfortunately, there's not a thing we can do about it. One of those things. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things where there's not really anything we can do about it. Next up, we've got the man who has the most home runs in postseason history. Man Ram himself, Manny Ramirez, who has 29 career postseason home runs. 29 career postseason home runs. 105, 86, 111, 86, 67. And look at the lefties. 112, 96, 112, 102, 78. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got one more card for this evening. You guys are going to love it. I know you guys are going to love it. Man, oh man, oh man. The headliner special edition for set number 1 is Madison Bumgarner. Man, oh man, oh man. The 3-time champ, 2010, 2012, 2014, has a 2.11 career postseason ERA. In the 2014 World Series, Bumgarner pitched 21 innings and only gave up 9 hits. 9 hits in 21 innings in the 2014 World Series, which is absolutely crazy performance. The 3rd World Series that he picked up. He also won the MVP in the 2014 World Series. Let's only talk about the 2015 World Series. I mean, we can now. We can now if you'd like. I would like to acquire this card. Well, you'll be able to get them in packs in about 15 minutes, and then you'll be able to lock them in. It's going to be a lot of fun. So there you have it, folks. Postseason set number 1. Guys, the best part about this set is we've got 2 more of them coming each of the next 2 Thursday nights, and they are going to get better and better and better. A lot of great cards left to come. Guys, there you have set number 1. Freeze, Renneria, Schilling, Jackson, Larson, Burley, Viola, Snyder, Williams, Halliday, Gibson, and Cone. And the SEs on top, Manny Ramirez, Madison Bumgarner, and Jose Bautista. We're going to have, again, we get 2 more sets of postseason content coming in the next 2 weeks. Going to be a lot of fun. Everything is going to be live at the top of the hour in about 15 minutes time. Do you have to have all the sets maximum completed to receive the toppers? You do need, in order to get the toppers, you do need to complete all 9 missions. Yes. All 9. So the 3 from each week is what you'll need to complete to get the toppers. Yes. 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 Also something we're looking to change for next year. Not gonna lie, guys. We had a call the other day about next year Perfect Team. I've just never been so excited in my whole life. And I've never been more excited about content than I am right now. There you have it, folks. Postseason set number 1. Again, make sure you guys get out and vote. The Perfect Team of the Year voting is open now. Hit the link. Vote. There's hundreds of ballots already cast. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the follow button down below. Rich is not here tonight. Rich is off this week. But I do recommend that you guys go over and watch DRC and Your Kidneys, who are going to do This Week on This Week in Perfect Team later on tonight. It's going to be a great show. I've been digging their stuff. It's been great. They're getting better every week. I love their analysis. There is other missions coming out. There are some other pack-based missions coming out as well. Again, there's a Bob Gibson tribute mission, a Whitey Ford tribute mission, and a Joe Morgan tribute mission. There is the live and historical player of the month missions for August, September. There is another World Series related mission. It is not required for the postseason stuff. It's just a pack-based thing. And also, guys, make sure you guys check out tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here as DishNet handles the first TWIPT Weekly Showdown stream on a Friday night. Missions are going to be in tonight as well. Everything's going in tonight. You do not get drops on the DRC stream as it is not hosted on this channel. Drops only work if the streams are originating from this channel. They do not work. They do not work with the raids or host, unfortunately. Perhaps someday, but it's not functioning right at the moment. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for me. Again, where do you go to vote? Boom! Right there. They don't always work here either. They do. They're just super slow. Trust me, we've reached out to Twitch several times on what happened because the drops were working so good on time, and then all of a sudden something happened, and every stream since then they've been late. So we're hoping to get that fixed up. Guys, thank you so much for coming by. Hit that follow button down below. If you're watching on your mobile device, give it a little tap. Hit the heart. Make sure you turn the notifications on as well because I put a lot of work into them. And they're witty sometimes. As always, guys, I've been Chris Jardy, a.k.a. Snaggle J, not anymore, Director of Live Content Services for Out of the Park Baseball. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.